Why is everyone always tired these days? Liz, that's a great question. And you know what? I'm not gonna rest until I find an answer for you. I don't care if it takes me all... Is that PM? Damn it. Okay. Whew. Here's what I've discovered. A lot of people are indeed tired. I commissioned an essential media poll, which found that 36% of Australians are often or always tired. And get this, most of those are women, at 42% to men's 29%. Happy birthday, ladies. Then there's the Google Trends. And apparently someone is asking the question, why am I so tired? An awful lot. As you can see there, that is steadily on the rise. Some of those spikes there may even be me from a couple of hours ago. There's also a lot of news articles telling us that we're not sleeping enough, and not sleeping is gonna kill you. And hey, why are you so stressed? You should be sleeping. They're even telling us why we're not sleeping. We eat too late, we drink coffee too late, and most importantly, we're using electronics too late. But the real question is, are we actually sleeping less than we used to? Obviously, the answer is yes, but I have to pretend like it's a mystery. So I found an academic who has looked at 50 years worth of sleep data, and even more importantly, one that could speak to me at sparrow's fart o'clock. So, are we sleeping less than we used to?
No, we're not.
Cool. So, how much less are we Hang on. Did you say we're not sleeping less?
We're not sleeping less. We did a review where we found from 1960 to 2013, sleep duration had not declined over time.
But that was 50 years ago. I mean, what about before people could stay up late watching Byron Bays or whatever?
Well, studies of cultures without electricity, non-industrialized cultures, individuals in those countries do not sleep any more than we do either. There's been some investigation of individuals, some historical accounts of people in Europe centuries ago who also didn't sleep any more than we did and didn't seem to be any more or less tired than we are. Okay, but what about all the phones and the devices and when we're on our laptops in bed looking at movies? That's ruining our sleep, right? Well, we have a lot of things that make sleep better for us, too. We have comfortable beds and pillows, and sheets and blankets, typically not afraid of predators coming to get us in the night, and we can control the temperature very well. And if we have a cold, we can treat it very easily, and it won't disturb our sleep as much. Cam?
Yeah, I love you.
So we don't sleep less than we used to, and we probably don't sleep worse than we used to. And this was a surprise. I found a study of over 10,000 adults that said there was no connection between those who had a sleep deficit and those who actually felt tired. Instead, the study found tiredness was related to having a stressful lifestyle. I had to find out how stressed we were. And I also had to try to stay the fuck awake.
Oh!
Thank you. So who are you?
I'm Mark Wooden, Director of the Hilda Survey.
Right, and you study old German ladies or?
Hilda stands for Household Income and Labour Dynamics in Australia. So we've been following about 17,000 Australians since 2001. So I'm sure there's a few German-born women in there, but basically it's a study of all of Australians.
Cool. So apparently having a stressful lifestyle makes us more tired. So I guess my question is, are we working longer hours than we used to?
No, not over the last 2 decades. Average hours have slightly fallen, and the proportion of people who work the really long hours, the 50, 60, 70-hour work weeks, and that's nosedived in the last 2 decades from about 18% of employed to only 12.
That's fascinating stuff. I want to talk a little bit about how we can work harder without working longer. Are we just trying to cram more hours into our day?
A very good question. That's what we call time stress, and the Hilda survey has been measuring that every year for the last 20 years. We ask people how often they feel rushed for time, and close to 40% of women in 2019 and close to 30% of men were reporting that always or often feeling time stress.
Oh, hang on. That's really similar to the numbers we got when we asked people how tired they were. So does that mean time stress is connected to tiredness?
Absolutely. These two are very highly correlated. They do go together.
Okay, which means that time stress is directly linked to tiredness, which means that that's the end of this conversation. I can go to bed. I don't have to talk to you anymore. End of interview. Good night.
Except that time stress has been decreasing over time the last 20 years, especially during COVID. So if that was the sole cause of tiredness, you would think tiredness would also decline.
Okay. I said end of interview. Goodbye. Thank you. Hello?
We're not done yet, Cam. So to be clear, tiredness has been rising.
Oh my God.
Time stress has been falling. The two are related, but time stress is not the whole story.
All right,
a little bit more to be done to work out this little puzzle.
Reception. Go. Bye. I'm allowed to sleep now, for God's sake. Shit. Oh. So, Liz, despite what you might read, we probably don't sleep that much differently to any other time in human history. But, you might be tired because of time management or stress, or maybe you stayed up for 37 hours making a TV segment. I don't know your life. If you need help, see a sleep specialist. But for now, please, get the fuck out of my bedroom. And shut the door. Were you born in a tent?